deceiving.
Oh, girl, looks can be so deceiving. Don't judge the outward exterior before you get to know the interior.
I'm a slut.
I'm a home wrecker, I'm a slut.
I started talking, they started laughing.
Dude, that would piss me off. Hey babes, it's Tour Time Music Box and welcome back to the channel. Super excited because today we are reacting to Happier Than Ever on the channel by Billie Eilish. And I have been so hyped to react to this album. A lot of y'all requested it on the channel and y'all said it's very different than her previous album, When We All Fall Asleep, Where Do We Go? It's like a different vibe, but y'all said it's still so good and that I gotta check it out before the new album comes out. So that's what we're doing today, baby. I have not heard, to my knowledge, any of these songs besides Happier Than Ever. So this is like 15 brand new tracks that I've just never heard from Billie Eilish, so I'm super stoked and I'm super excited for the new drop on May 17th. Best believe we'll be sat reacting to it on the channel, bitch. My background knowledge with Billie Eilish is basically like maybe a month ago I reacted to her first EP, Don't Smile at Me. A bitch smiled, my bad. and then I reacted to When We All Fall Asleep, Where Do We Go? And now we're sat here for Happier Than Ever. Billie Eilish just has these saddest lyrics, but she also has these funny little undertones in some of her songs and little like outros and intros that make me cackle a little bit, I'm not gonna lie. And the production, Phineas is spinning those tables, bitch. Phineas knows what he's doing with the production and I'm obsessed, truly. And I'm not really expecting anything less from this album. I think it's gonna make me get in my little feels a little bit based on some of the titles. So let's get into the songs that I think are going to ruin me from this album, bitch. I'm very stoked. There's definitely some that I know are gonna ruin me and I'll be surprised if they don't. The first song that I definitely think is gonna ruin me is Oxytocin. Girl. Any song title that is related to pills makes me worried. Why are we singing about that? Is oxytocin like Xanny 2.0? Is that like the sister to Xanny? Not gonna be okay if it is. I really won't. Might have a breakdown. Another track that I think is gonna ruin me is Everybody Dies. As true as that statement is, girl, I'm not ready for that and I really don't want to think about that right now. But I feel like I have no choice because I've decided to react to this album today and I think I'm gonna have to think about it when I click on this goddamn track. I really don't like thinking about life after death because it can be scary. There's just like so much unknown. You don't know what happens. You don't know where you will end up. And that is terrifying. Everybody hurts. And then the last one that I think is gonna ruin me, I was really torn between choosing male fantasy and NDA, but I've decided to go with NDA because I feel like NDAs, you know, a lot of celebrities they get involved with, they have to make people sign NDAs to not talk about them, not talk about their relationship, not publicly slander them, etc. And I feel like that must be like really challenging. It's kind of like if, you know, someone makes you sign a prenup, it's like this preconceived notion of like, oh, you think I'm just here trying to take all your money, which respectfully, if you have the net worth of Billie Eilish, make that bitch sign a prenup, please. Like, don't let them steal your money. But, you know, it's just like those type of things, NDAs, like you can't talk about it. It's like you think I'm gonna trash you. So I feel like NDAs might create like a barrier in a relationship and I'm really excited to see like what that song is about. Now that I've talked about the ones that I think are gonna ruin my ass, Happier Than Ever, the album cover, we gotta talk about it, babes. She's in her like a cute little, it looks like a cardigan or like a sweatshirt. It's like cream color. Also the new hair, we had the gray platinumish bluish hair from When We All Fall Asleep, Where Do We Go? And now we have this like blonde, I don't know, softer look, if I can say, and just with the soft, you know, cream sweater. Something about it just feels really soft to me. The background is just like a tannish brown color. I don't know, it's all looking pretty bare to me, which is interesting because the last album cover was so like spooky, like I'm gonna make your electricity go out type of vibes, but this is just looking like calm and like chill, but also like her facial expression looks super upset and sad. Just like there's a lot of pain and hurt behind those beautiful eyes. Like that's the vibes I'm getting through her facial expression. 16 songs, 56 minutes and 15 seconds. I'm gonna be sat here for a bit. Y'all already know, get your drink, get your snack, whatever the bitch you need, get it so you can be comfortable. And you might want to get some tissues because the last album had me up. Like I'm still not over Bury Your Friend.
What the hell was that track?
First track is called Getting Older. Billie Eilish, track number 1, babes. Are y'all ready for this? I'm so ready. I think.
Getting older, I think I'm aging well.
Okay.
But doing this by myself. There's reasons that I'm thankful. And when a stranger's always waiting at your door.
Ooh. I wish someone had told me I'd be doing this by myself. She didn't know. Billie didn't know she was going to be on this journey alone, that she wasn't going to maybe have a significant other to comfort her, you know, take care of her through these hard trying times that she's going through. This is obviously the first track, but y'all know I gotta overanalyze because that's what I do. And then there's reasons that I'm thankful. There's a lot I'm grateful for. But it's different when a stranger's always waiting at your door. Instead of like someone coming home to you that you're so familiar with, you love, like they're your bestie, they're your person. Instead, there's always like strangers coming up to her door, like probably trying to get like something out of her, use her for fame, maybe trying to get a song out of her, a performance.
Open the fucking door, Cassie. Open the door and tell me it was worth it. You owe me that.
You seem to want me more than anyone before. Too bad they're usually deranged. That's
funny. Whenever I retell a story, I make everything sound worse. I am like such a shit storyteller. Sometimes I don't know how I even make these videos because I feel like I'm like the worst person at communicating what I'm thinking in here, like to like an audience.
Feeling that I'm just bad at healing. Just to get an now where is
Oh my god, the way she said lying for attention just to get neglection. People who tell white lies just so people feed them more attention and, you know, maybe their normal boring life isn't interesting, but her lying and people still being like, I'm gonna oh my god.
keep me employed now?
Girl, we listening to this music. We are. These are ridiculous.
I'm getting older. I've got more on my shoulders.
I'm getting older. I've got more on my shoulders. Maybe like thinking about more of what's happened to you, or like you're just having more responsibilities, of course. When you come out of being a teen to an adult, like you have way more responsibility. But I'm getting better at admitting when I'm wrong. That is straight facts, bitch. Straight facts. I feel like sometimes we just get a little moody, or sometimes we're just not right, and it's okay to be wrong and make mistakes as long as you can like recognize that and apologize and move on. I make mistakes all the time.
And prioritize my pleasure to be abused.
Wasn't my decision to be abused. Girl, oh no, Billie. It's never anybody's decision. People just take advantage of people.
So much until we don't. I've had some trauma.
The things I didn't wanna. Yo.
I think it's time.
The transition to the next track was spooky. I think it's time, and then we have a dark demon growl. Let me just rewind that real quick. We're getting older. We're learning more about ourselves. We're, you know, coming into our own, coming into more of like who we are. We're still figuring it out. It's a work in progress, honestly. I think forever. Constantly just coming more into like who you are as a person, like connecting with like your spirit and like your energy. Ellie's getting older, she's figuring that out, and she's like, you know what, I think it's time to tell y'all like what I've been through, or like what's happened. Y'all, the next track is called I Didn't Change My Number. Like maybe she got out of a bad breakup and she didn't change her number, and they still like contact her. I'm not really sure. It's definitely like a super interesting title. I forgot about the growl. Okay. Alright, maybe she's got some dogs barking at her.
Number.
Ooh.
I only changed who I replied to. Laura Suffer, you mad at me too.
Fuck yeah, Laura. Tell her what to do.
Should've guessed you're obsessed.
Bro, the sickening production in the back, I love that. I didn't change my number. I only changed who I replied to. She's not gonna give any attention any time of day to people who don't give her good energy back. I love this saying, like, that doesn't fill my cup. Or like that you only do things that fill your cup. Why give back energy to people who don't fill your cup? Period. I love that.
Take it out on me. I'm out of sympathy. Ooh. Before I get to me, I didn't change my number. We're easy on the eyes. But looks can be deceiving.
Ooh, girl, looks can be so deceiving. Don't judge a book by its cover. Beauty is in the eyes of the beholder. Beauty comes from within. Don't judge the outward exterior before you get to know the interior. That's my motto, bitch.
You got a lot of fucking nerve I don't deserve. Maybe you should leave.
Dude, she's getting pissed.
And your best friend too.
Not the best friend, too. Okay. The mm-ums in the back, too. Ooh. Girl, what was that outro? Like, I feel like I was off my rocker there. I don't know what was happening, but I felt like I was getting possessed by that beat or something, bitch. I didn't change my numbers, so Billie's just giving the energy, like, she's just like, I didn't change my number, I'm just not texting you back, like, I'm not entertaining your ass. Next we got Billie Bossa Nova. It's kind of, for some reason, I haven't posted this reaction yet, but I reacted to Chapel Roan's, and it's reminding me of, like, super modern, ultra, or whatever girl like me. That title's making me think of this, because it has the word Nova in it. I don't know if that makes any sense. I'm just trying to speak from the heart, bitch. So maybe, like, Billie's, like, supernova? Is she, like, magical? Is she, like, does she have that energy? Billie? And she's a boss? Alright, we're getting some guitar. Like the palming on the guitar.
Love when it comes without a warning. Cause wait, a lot can happen in the dark.
True, a lot of people don't see in the dark.
Some information's not for sharing.
Sure, don't overshare.
It's hard to stop it once it starts.
That's so crazy, like, that celebrities, you have to use, like, different names at hotel check-ins. Like, imagining, like, someone named, like, Billie Nova made a reservation at this hotel, and then in walks Billie Eilish. But it's like, you don't want to attract attention. You don't want people to know, like, you're staying there. And it's also, like, hard because, like, I feel like you're playing, like, this double personality. Hannah Montana, if you will. It's like you got Miley Stewart and then you got Hannah Montana, and it's like you're doubling as, like, two different people. You're living two different lives. You know, you have your personal life with, like, people you're close to and your family who, like, know you as, like, Billie. But then you have, like, your celebrity persona where people know you as Billie Eilish.
I'm not sentimental, but there's something about the way you look tonight. Take a picture, make a movie with you that we'd have to hide. Better luck.
A movie that we have to hide. Girl, be careful there, be careful.
Won't take a lot to get you going.
Ooh, she confident,
Sorry,
bitch.
you really make a strong impression.
Dude, why is this, like, I don't know, like, this beat is, like, so, I don't know, it's, like, so, like, chill and, like, mellow, but she's, like, getting spicy with the lyrics. Might be more of an obsession. You really make a strong impression.
But you saw me in your arms. I'm the only one who does it how you like. When you're alone.
Put on that moonlighting,
Won't
bitch.
take a lot to get you going. Torture goes. I know.
The line, I'm sorry if it's torture, though. Are we into, like, some BDSM shit? Are we a sadist? Or is it torture because we know it won't last? and like this only happens once in a blue moon. People not noticing and like trying to exploit their relationship. Questions, Billie?
That heavy breathing on the floor. I'm yours, I'm yours.
Melodic production in the back.
I'm not sentimental.
I don't know, it sounded a little sentimental, Billie. That song was kind of spicy. We love a spicy track. I wonder why it was called Billie Bossa Nova. I don't know, maybe she just felt like she was in her element, Billie. She felt like a boss. Like, she's confident, like she knows she's turning this person on. And want a slice of that cake, bitch. Like, she's like, lock the door. Put the do not disturb on the hotel knob. And turn off your goddamn phone. If I see you scrolling on Instagram, I'm gonna beat your ass. We need to get down and we need to get dirty. Damn. Alright, Billie Bossa Nova. We're going into my future. Your future's looking good. You are a very successful artist. You literally got a Grammy. You wrote a song for the Barbie movie. You're thriving, bitch. Like, and you're coming out with a new album. That's probably also gonna get nominated for Album of the Year. I need to take notes, bitch. Alright, let's go.
You don't seem to notice I'm not here to find your reflections all alone. Can't you hear me? 'Cause
Ooh.
a future can't wait to meet her.
This is interesting. It's sounding like she left a situation, maybe a relationship, maybe a friendship, something. Some kind of situation, and she's not who she used to be, and she's like ready for her future, the future Billie. It makes me think about that song. However it goes, it's making me think about that track, how she, you know, was looking at herself in the mirror and she just like didn't want to be the person she saw. It also makes me think kind of like how her album cover from When We All Fall Asleep, Where Did We Go? It was like, it looked kind of demonic, kind of like possessed, kind of just like, you know, we're not mentally okay. And it's kind of making me think this song that, you know, that ghost maybe that was haunting her, that demon in the mirror, is like she's looking in the mirror now and she's not seeing it anymore. She just sees like the future Billie and like who she wants to like keep becoming.
I'm in love, but not myself.
Ooh, I love that. I know supposedly I'm lonely now. No, I'm supposed to be unhappy without someone, but aren't I someone? You are someone. And to anybody else out there who feels like they're alone and they want to have love, how Billie's saying to you, you are someone, and love yourself. Things will come your way over time, you know? The growth that I'm already sensing from the Don't Smile at Me EP is ridiculous. I love this. This little funky guitar.
She's trying to distance herself away.
I'll see you in a couple years.
But not with anybody here. I'll see you in a couple years. I'm wondering if like Billie's starting to realize that she's in love with her future, but she's not there yet. What are we doing in the meantime? I wonder, why are we not in love with ourselves now? I want into oxytocin, y'all. I think this one's gonna wreck me. I'm expecting this little beat like this.
Oh, you dirty bitch. You're fucking gonna make me bounce to this track.
You know I love to rub it in like glue.
Oh my god, the feminine urge to just bounce like this, but I'm also reading the lyrics at the same time and I'm like, holy shit, like I don't know if I should be bouncing. Like she's like, God doesn't approve of it. She saw she couldn't look away. She'd want to get involved. Like, okay, we're saying God has like a dark side. We're saying God like wants to get in on this like sinful fun.
Can't take it back once it's been set in motion. Do for the oxytocin.
Ugh, I hate how this song, like, I love it, but I also hate it at the same time. It just sounds so like euphoric. Like, it sounds like the oxytocin has set in and like we're feeling like the effects of the drug. Like it's the production just makes it feel like that, even with like the deep breaths like that. I'm also wondering, like, I don't know if Billie has used substances or anything. I don't know much about Billie. This obviously could be a story about someone else or just can be a fictional character, but the way she's like, you know, I need you for the oxytocin. If you find it hard to swallow, I can loosen up your collar. Kind of just like, I can touch on you and just, you know, we can like ride this wave together. We could feel good momentarily, but like, I'm gonna need the oxytocin like later too to get that same euphoric feel. And the way she says, because as long as you're still breathing, don't you ever think of leaving. Like, if that oxytocin ain't taking you out, you better not leave me.
Get involved and what would people say?
I was also just thinking about how she said something about how she'll see her future self in a few years in the last song. What does that mean in this song? Like, does that mean this is what she's doing in the present time?
Oh.
It sounds like someone maybe is telling her this as well in the industry. Like, you don't really need a break. Want to see what you can take. You should really run away. Other people wouldn't stay. Maybe like she's being overworked in the industry too. That oxytocin feeling of like going on stage and like living this like super euphoric vibe. Like everyone's just like chanting your songs and like celebrating you. And then when you get off the stage, it's like the calm down. Like it's like the sadness hits. Maybe it's kind of like a parallel with that in like the drug oxytocin. Like, I don't know. This is a bumpin' beat, but it sounds so dark also. Like, it's starting to sound like a bad trip. Ooh, the drum going in and out like that. Alright. Oxytocin has me sideways, honestly. I kind of think that song isn't even about oxytocin, but it's just like a metaphor. Like, I think it's just about like going on stage and performing and just like living this like high life of like, and this euphoric feelings of like being adored, and then the calm down is just really dark sometimes, and like you're really lonely and alone, and it's like you feel like everyone loves you but no one loves you at the same time. That's what it's kind of making me think. I don't know, that was just my interpretation of that song. Y'all let me know y'all comments below about oxytocin, because I have so many different thoughts. Next we're going into goldwing. It makes me think about like a wing of a hospital for some reason, like and like the gold wing maybe being like the best, because usually gold is associated with like nice and beauty. But it might also be because I started watching like a medical show called The Resident, and now I'm thinking about like Grey's Anatomy and shit and all that. Sounds like a hymn in church. Okay, angels, sing. I don't even feel like I'm in this room anymore. I am so, like, I have such chills. Can you see this? Like, I am freezing right now. Also, like earlier, how Billie was talking about like God would be tempted to do like the bad things too. Wondering, like, now it just sounds so like angelic and like beautiful, like we made it to heaven. So is this like a turning point in the album maybe? Okay, I hear the production picking up. We're picking up.
Goldwing, angel, go home, don't tell. Their art is getting dark, and there you are to tear apart. words, you better keep your head down.
You're sacred and they're starved. Don't let anybody know you're an angel, because they're gonna take advantage of that light that you're giving off, that good energy, and you're gonna end up becoming a fallen angel. You're gonna become a dark angel.
They're gonna tell you what you want to hear, then they're gonna disappear. That's good.
Oh my god, that one was so short. The way she ended with "that's good." Better keep your head down. That's good. Kind of is taking me back to the "I didn't change my number" song, like just how she's not gonna entertain like the bad energy, and she's just like not gonna respond. Almost like now she even has to hide because people just can like sense it, and she's like, keep your head down, like don't let them be able to even know that you're an angel. The beginning of that song sounded so spiritual. I felt like I was ascending to the golden gates of Billie Boss Nova. Like I was just, girl, I was feeling that shit. The next song is called Lost Cause. Dude, she better not be a lost cause. She better not be a lost cause. She better not say that about herself.
Summer's in the...
Oh, this sounds so like sexy, sultry, seductive almost. It has like that jazzy feel with like the little swinging, the hi-hat with the snare and then the bass in the back. I'm just like, ooh, you know, like I don't know, I like this one.
And that day was the last straw for me, and I know.
What an ass.
But you got no job. Used to.
Alright, so I'm glad that Billie's not the lost cause. I'm glad that she's saying like this other person is. Maybe like, you know, the way she said, I sent you flowers, did you even care? Like it seemed like I didn't give a about any kind gestures or any nice things maybe that Billie was doing for them, and, you know, thought you had your shit together, but damn, I was wrong. You know, they have the lore to them at the beginning. They're mysterious, maybe like they just are so fun, you're captivated by them, and then you realize, I feel like they're mooching off of my energy, off of my angel energy. Like, they don't have a job, they just say they're an outlaw, like they're like a little rebel, but they're just, you know, being lazy, trying to maybe mooch off of Billie. You're a lost cause, and it's like maybe you try to even like help them, you try to get them to open up to you, to be there for them, and they just like shut you out.
Thinking about yourself all the time. I used to.
Oh, that hurt.
Always be so easy to find.
Damn, drag their ass.
For some reason, this is a really weird comparison I'm about to make, but it's making me think about that song from the 1975, that song, A Change of Heart. Really has a change of heart. Like in that 1975 song, they say something about like finding a girl equally as pretty as you won't be hard. I just had a change of heart. Person that Billie saw that, you know, they were so pretty, they were beautiful, and like she admired all these things about them at first, like they were shy, you know, like wasn't sharing like a lot of their thoughts, but then Billie's like, I think you were just thinking about yourself the whole time, and this beauty that I saw, I'm not seeing it within, I'm not getting anything from this. Finding someone else like this wouldn't be hard, it would be easy. They're an outlaw, like Billie doesn't know where they are, she's worried sick. It's reminding me of that song whenever she was like sitting down at her dinner table or whatever, and like it was 5 minutes after like 6 or 7 or something, and you got home like however many minutes later. Like it's just, she doesn't know where they are, they're not communicating.
Naturally, but you proved me wrong. You ain't nothing but a lost cause. You got no job. You ain't nothing but a lost cause.
I feel like her future self is talking to her current self there. What did I tell you? Don't get complacent. It's time to face it now. Don't get complacent in this like relationship that you're not vibing with. Just get out. Get out. They're not giving you what you need. You don't think they're changing. You've tried it out. Try again. Or just focus on yourself, you know? Really like the production of that one. It was super like, I don't know. The best way to describe it to me is sexy. Like that's how the song felt. And it felt like Billie was just done with their ass. They're a lost cause. Next song is Halley's Comet. I don't know who Halley is. I don't know if that's a friend or just a metaphor. It's making me think about Avatar, like Sozin's Comet. I hope it's not destructive as that. and gives like all the evil firebenders like mad powers. Like I hope Halley's comet, I hope it's just pretty and it's like shiny in the sky. Dude, beautiful piano.
I don't want it. Dreams I seem to be more honest. Been in quite a few.
Oh, that's the worst. Whenever you like see people in your dreams that you don't want to see, and you're like, why the hell are you here?
Please comment. Silly me to fall in love with you. Slept since Sunday. Midnight for me is 3 a.m. I was good at feeling nothing. Now I'm hopeless.
Oh, I feel the ooze, girl. What a drag to love you like I do. It's just like dragging her down. It's like, you're such a drag, like, but like literally it's dragging her down. She's the angel and she's getting pulled down again.
I feel more and more like I was made for you. For you.
I heard that change in the mood. It got dark as for a second. The way the piano was like rattling.
I'm sick, haven't slept in a week. What am I to do?
You gotta cut the tape. Like, no, don't re-roll it. Don't make the sequel. I get like it could be called like a comet because like it keeps coming back around. It comes back around the earth, a comet, however many years. And like this love for this person just keeps like coming back around every once in a while, and she like can't get them out of her mind. But I don't know why it's called Halley. Is there actually a comet called Halley's Comet? I'm not sure. We're getting into track number 9, and it is called Not My Responsibility. We're not holding ourselves accountable for something. I wonder what it's gonna be. Why do I feel like I just got in a fucking spaceship? Girl, I'm trying to stay grounded right now, but you taking me somewhere else. Girl, let me put on a helmet real quick. I'm getting scared. It just sounds like a clock in the back
Do you know
ticking.
me?
I don't know. I don't think so. Whenever Phineas like sings with her and like hits those low notes, I get so scared. Like genuinely, I'm just like, I'm not expecting it, and then it just hits me, and I'm like, I feel like there's some like a shadowy figure over there like about to get my ass.
You have opinions about my opinions.
Sorry.
Some people hate what I wear. Some people praise it. But I feel you watching.
Ooh, that haunting da-da-da-da-da in the back. She doesn't want people to comment on her body, but like, God forbid, like, she wants to wear a f***ing top. Someone has to say something.
And nothing I do goes unseen. So while I feel your stares, if I lived by them, I'd never be able to move. Would you like me to do my shoulders provoke you? Does my
Dude, if anyone's mean to me online, I'm gonna just put on this song, this Billie Eilish song, Not My Responsibility. I'm gonna just meditate. I'm gonna be like, would you like me to be quiet? Do my shoulders provoke you? Like this, I'm about to get in my spiritual bag with this track because this is gonna like boost my energy whenever negative shit comes my way.
Am I my stomach, my hips? If I wear what is comfortable, I am not a woman.
Personally, I love wearing like revealing clothing and like tight clothing and stuff. That's just like my aesthetic and my style. But yeah, if she wants to wear baggy pants and a t-shirt or whatever, why does that not make her a woman? She's still a woman. It doesn't, people can wear whatever they want. Clothes is just a fashion accessory. It is not a definition of what a gender is. Like, clothes does not have a gender identity. That's so aggravating.
I'm a slut.
I'm a home wrecker, I'm a slut.
You still judge it. And judge me for it. Or is your opinion of me not my responsibility?
I love that. It's not, girl. You gotta just turn the eye and plug up your ears because it's getting ridiculous.
She was speaking straight facts in that goddamn track. I think clothing is just so dumb. like I just think like it doesn't define what anyone is. People's sizes don't shape the kind of people they are. People come from all different backgrounds and walks of life, and what they wear, their size doesn't define anything about them. We're all so different. Humans are not made to all look the same. The body type scale is just it's huge. Like everything varies. So I wish people wouldn't be so obsessed with like the thin or the thick or the whatever. It's just like take people as they are and let them rest. And we're getting into a track called Overheated. I feel like she's just getting heated. You know, she's like, it's not my responsibility, y'all opinions. Y'all need to go read a book or something and find some time to focus some energy on yourselves and not others.
I started talking, they started laughing.
Dude, that would piss me off.
I'm overheated, can't be defeated, can't be deleted. Don't know why it went there, I kinda don't care. You wanna kill me? Did I really look just like the rest?
I definitely think this track is about the time that like her body started really getting talked about whenever she didn't have the baggy clothes on or whatever. I don't remember too much about that moment in time because I never like was super like invested in Billie Eilish. Like I love her music as I'm reacting to it on the channel, but I don't know, I just never dove into it. But I mean, we all got bodies. What did y'all think was under there? An alien? Like I'm just like, dude.
Faded, can't be deleted, can't unbelieve it.
I also love that can't be deleted, can't unbelieve it. They like can't unbelieve that underneath all the baggy clothes there's like a woman.
And everybody said it was a letdown. I was only built like everybody else now. With that plastic body.
I just reacted the other day to Melanie Martinez's Crybaby and that song, Mr. Potato Head. It's
Don't be dramatic, it's only some plastic. No one will love you if you're unattractive.
making me think about the plastic industry, and I love those bars. You know, it's none of my business, but don't you get sick of posing for pictures with that plastic body? No, she's not even shaming, but it's like, why do I have to fix myself to look like the Hollywood beauty standard? It's not real. Newsflash, all these celebrities that were like, dude, slay, y'all are so hot. Like, they're getting all the surgeries done. And even if it's like I don't know if I'm using the right word, but non-invasive, like Botox and filler and shit. I guess it's invasive in a way. Even though it's not technically surgery, it's still a procedure done to look more, you know, society, aesthetic beauty, whatever. Dun 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 dun. How to get into the track Everybody Dies. I'm definitely worried about this one.
Everybody dies. Surprise, surprise. He dies. That's what they say. 200 years, they'll find another way.
Dude, that's so creepy. Maybe in a couple hundred years they'll find another way. Honestly, like, I'm not putting it past science at this point to find a way to make people live. I feel like it would be so scary to be immortal forever, though. I don't know. That would be like being a vampire and just like never dying. Like, I don't know. Like, oh, that's some scary shit. Like, just having to always just be alive and deal with that. It's like also comforting knowing, like, you know, you get to stay on this earth, but what's after? Like, a lot of people want to find out. I don't know if you will, but definitely a super deep thought. Oh my god.
You'd wanna stay. You'd still be alone. A lot to think about the world I'm used to.
I feel like this is about just like how famous she is and like the stature of fame like that she's like reached.
You might not wanna go. You are not unknown.
It's so sad. Everybody dies and one will lie. It's like a thought everyone thinks. Would you want that clock above your head? I don't want to know. I definitely don't want to know. You ought to know that even when it's time, you might not want to go. Yeah, you might. You might want to stay, and like it might be really sad and you're scared what happens next, you know, but it's okay to cry and it's all right to fold, but you are not alone. You are not unknown. That's a like really interesting like last line. Like, you are not unknown. Like, everyone knows who Billie Eilish. You know, if you're like familiar with pop culture, like at least in America, like everyone pretty much knows that name and face. But you are not alone. You are not unknown. Like, us average humans, like, we are not unknown. Like, we are known by the universe, by many, and like whatever the next phase or step or after this life, whatever that is, you know, you're gonna come back known as someone else. Maybe you'll be known in the heavens. Maybe, you know, it's just there's a lot of different like ways it could go, and best believe it can bring tears to your eyes thinking about those thoughts. Billie Eilish, you got me thinking about so much right now. I'm gonna have another existential crisis in April. Like, I be thinking about thoughts like this too much. Like, song coming up is Your Power. You're having some power over me, Billie. Like, I'm feeling sad. That song really got me in my feelings. Oh, okay, some acoustic guitar. This is super different.
To abuse your power.
Wasn't expecting her to come in soprano like that.
You might not wanna lose your power, but having it so straight. You were sleeping in your clothes, but now she's got to get to class.
You ruined her in a year. Don't act like it was hard. It's way easier to, you know, ruin someone. That can happen much sooner than caring for someone. Caring could take years, but ruining could take seconds, literally. And you swear you didn't know. No wonder why you didn't ask. She was sleeping in your clothes. But now she's got to get to class. How dare you? It's kind of sounding almost like a professor-student relationship, teacher-student, something like that. I don't know. Gotta keep listening.
You only feel bad when they find out if you could take it all back. You might not wanna lose your power. I thought that I was special. You made me feel.
It's interesting. Like, I feel like also just like in the music industry too, and like people have so much power, maybe like they abuse it and take advantage of like young stars, especially like young women become like up in the spotlight because they like get taken advantage of, and it's like, but they were so like abused through the process of becoming a star. I just read a book, like The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, and like Evelyn Hugo's character was like so abused on her like road to fame and like how she became famous, and like she seemed like she was okay with that, but I feel like most people, like, they realize the trauma like later in life.
It was my fault. You were the devil, lost your. For you to keep her in a cage.
I bet it does.
And you swear you didn't know. You said you thought she was your age.
Oh, no.
But power isn't pain.
Oh no, next is NDA. Bitch, I don't want to listen to this one. I literally don't want to listen to this one. I feel like it's gonna ruin my ass on the channel today. Non-disclosure agreement. I mean, don't talk about me. You can't. You legally can't. Y'all, I feel like the song's gonna ruin me.
Think it's open in the machine. No.
Okay.
To save my money for security. The pretty boy over, but he couldn't stay. On his way out, made him sign an NDA.
You want to just invite someone over to your house to chill. Like, you gotta make them sign an NDA before they leave. Oh my god. That's so awkward.
'Cause I don't wanna manage shit to say. Can't let me go. Didn't change my number, made him shut his mouth. But you can't let me go.
Interesting, you hit me so hard. I saw stars. Think I took it too far. Like, was making him sign the NDA, do you think that took it too far because you saw stars, like you saw yourself as a star and like not being wanted to take advantage of? Like, I don't know if I'm reading that right, but it's interesting. Hold up. That haunting ass noise. Also, just like the whole idea too, like you see stars if someone like hits you. You know, it's like in the movies they got stars floating around their head, but it's like I saw stars. Did she also see them in their relationship as stars? They were gonna be stars together, but did she like ruin it by making him sign the NDA? Like, did that creative like element of like not trust? But it's also confusing because earlier she's like, I just wanted it like one time. Like I'm just kind of confused, but I love that. I love the song. I love the beat. I guess I wouldn't really understand NDA because I'm not getting the full scoop because that's an NDA, you know? Like, we don't get the full picture. We're going into Therefore I Am. Therefore I Am who?
I'm not your friend or anything, damn. You think that you're the man.
Oh, I think I've heard a little bit of this song before. It sounds super familiar. I don't know the words, but I feel like it just sounds familiar. I've probably heard it on like social media or something. You think that you're the man. I think therefore I am.
Pretty name out of your mouth. We are not the same with or without.
Dude, this is a bad bitch song.
We couldn't care less, and you can give him my best, but just know I'm not your friend or any that you're the man. I think therefore I am.
I think that you're the man. I think therefore I am. I feel like she's getting at this other person was in La La Land and they don't use their brain. But Billie, she thinks, so therefore she's the man. She uses her brain.
I don't want press to put your name next to mine. We're on different lines, so
I don't want press to put your name next to mine. We're on different lines. Oh, girl.
He's on a white line.
I really couldn't care less, and you can give him my best, but just know I'm not your friend.
Damn. I think they think that maybe they're the man because they dated Billie Eilish or something too. Like, they were able to win her over and get her. And she's like not talking shit about them, but she literally acts like, who's that? When she in her interviews, if she gets asked about it, I'm dead. I think therefore I am. I'm not sure. Getting into Happier Than Ever. I feel like that's a really good follow-up from Therefore I Am because this person seemed to be talking about her, and I have heard the song before, Happier Than Ever. If you haven't heard this man's cover, that man who does it, I think his name's like Austin. It's like the most famous cover of this song. Like, ooh, that R&B soul he put in
He
it.
put some crack in that song. I don't know, it's good.
So don't waste the time I don't have. Oh.
But that's how I actually heard the version first, and then I listened to Billie's version, and I was like, dude, I like her version too. You're just happier than ever because you're treating yourself right.
From you, I'm happier than ever. I wish it wasn't true. Said you were passing through. Was I even on your way?
When you said you were passing through, was I even on your way? Like, or was that stage and like you made that shit up? Like, you were just trying to take advantage.
And I'd end up more afraid, made me miserable.
Ooh, girl.
I'm away from you. I'm happier than ever.
Dude, that's like so dark and so haunting, but also like so freeing. Like, when I'm away from you, I'm happier than ever. That relationship was a drag. It was bringing her down. They were tearing off her angel wings, and like just being free and not being around the soul-sucking energy of that person, like, she's happier than ever. Have fucking chills.
I don't relate to you.
Give it to us.
I don't relate. And I don't talk shit about you. Want me in, and that's just embarrassing. You are my everything.
Dude, just getting rid of that negative energy. I love like the second half of this song. It's like you got rid of that energy. They were dragging your ass down. You were wasting your breath trying to save their ass. They need to go to therapy. Then, you know, it's embarrassing. You were my everything. Like, I'm embarrassed to have ever loved you. It's just, and all that you did was make me sad. Like, you brought me down.
Talk about every time that you showed up on time, but I haven't ever knew a friend, so I shut them all out for you, 'cause I was a kid.
Dude, that line, never paid any mind to my mother or friends, so I shut them all out for you because I was a kid. Like, you made them seclude themselves from all of their family and friends because you just probably were like, I don't really like them, like I don't think they like me, because they were insecure with themselves, and then they were making you shut out all the people that love you and that you love as well. And then it's like you were just so alone because that person in the relationship wasn't there for you either, so it was just so alone, so by yourself.
Everything good. Always said
Dude, I love the drums in the song.
made all my moments your own.
Bring it out, bring it out. I feel like we're about to explode or something. I loved the line too. Made all my moments your own, just leave me alone. Like, people who can't celebrate another person because they're so insecure about what they're doing in themselves that they can't put up another person. So they gotta make it about them. Like, let people have their moment and celebrate them. I mean, they deserve that in a relationship. It's not always about you. Sometimes you gotta celebrate the other person too. Dude, that song's epic. That is like such a good fucking song, and I feel like I just could listen to that song over and over and just like really appreciate even more things about it. Just super fitting like with the title and like what with the themes of like all the things we've talked about in this album. I'm surprised it's not the last track. I'm surprised we have one more track left to listen, but we do. So we're gonna get into it, and it's called Male Fantasy. That's interesting. Like, it's kind of giving me like, you know, she's creating this fantasy man that maybe doesn't exist, at least like, you know, typically exist. Or is she the male fantasy, you know, one or two ways. I feel like that would be the way you would think we would take it, but I don't know. I feel like Billie might have her own little spin on it. Last track, y'all.
And nothing satisfied, it's a male fantasy.
Oh, so this is what it's about. This is what it's about. That is also 100% true. I think this has been talked about before by a lot of people, but like, dude, it is so facts. It is not real life sex. Probably gonna have to bleep out those words because of YouTube guidelines, but like, dude, it's just not real.
'Cause I loved you then and I love you now. Good to know when nobody else comes around.
Loneliness just sucks.
We're just pretending to. I hate you.
I feel like it's just like hard when you're just so alone to not think about like the past and like romanticize like the good memories, but you cannot forget about the bad and like why you left.
Got a call from a girl I used to know. We all I think about when I'm behind the wheel. If I'm getting over you, if I hate you. Oh, I should, but I could never.
And then it's like, is she really happier than ever? I feel like she's still trying to get there. Still so much to go to like be happier, and it's also like always a work in progress, like how the male fantasy of fantasizing about this person again is coming back. It's like always working on your happiness. That's like one thing, you'll never just achieve happiness. It's gonna be like forever a work in progress. This album was like it felt so much more mature as well. Like sonically, I'm not sure if I liked it as much as, you know, When We All Fall Asleep, Where Do We Go? But her vocals were stellar. I mean, her voice is stellar. She doesn't have a bad vocal on any song I've ever heard her sing. I definitely think the theme is so showed in the title, Happier Than Ever. I feel like it's just an ebb and flow of like going into happy and sad, and just that idea of like you're happier than ever, but like it's not forever. It's not happy forever. It's than ever. Like, she's got this new peak of happiness, but like I said, like with the last track, it like creeps back in like these thoughts, and are you happier than ever? Like, maybe than that moment, but what is happier than ever? What does that really mean? Like, I just really like her style and like how dark the music is. Like, a lot of times I feel like I'm being haunted lyrically. There was some sexy tracks on here too. If I had to pick a top three, y'all, it's a little difficult, but if I had to pick a top three, coming in number 3 has got to be Male Fantasy. I honestly loved the closure to that because I think Happier Than Ever, I think it would have been a great track to end on, but I think it's also just more realistic, the last track, like how, you know, you're trying to get over it, but like the doubts creep back in and the loneliness creeps in. That is so much more relatable and realistic as a human than like that you're just gonna be happier than ever and then it just ends like that. It just doesn't, like, it's just not realistic, and that's not how it actually happens. Like, there's always, like I said, happiness is a like work that's forever in progress, and I felt like that's a super realistic and relatable human ending to the album. So I really think that track resonated with me. I feel like my number 2 is Happier Than Ever. I know I had heard that one before, but that one still ranks high for me. I mean, it's a really good song. I love the sonic change from like the first half of the song to like the second. It's just like you got rid of that bad energy, and it's like you're sad in the first part, but then you got rid of it, and it's just like this big burst of like feelings and emotions, and I don't know, I just love that track. And it's the title track, like it eats. And then my number 1 track, it has to be Oxytocin. I feel like that track has me up, and I have like 8 different interpretations that I could talk about what I think that track's about. It could literally be about oxytocin and like the abuse of that in their relationship, and like being high and just like feeling that way about someone, but then they come down. It could also just be about like the high of being famous, and then when you get off the stage, like feeling low. Like there's just so many thoughts that I have about that song, and I thought it's really cool. Even if that's not how she interpreted it, it's cool. Like you can interpret songs in different ways, and you can get like different things out of them. And I feel like there's definitely like oxytocin parts in life also, like how we have this Happier Than Ever theme, but then there's always like gonna be lows too, and it's never gonna be like constant. It's like an ebb and flow. There's always gonna be come downs after you have like really awesome parts in life, like maybe you got married, a wedding, super high, you're like oxytocin level, but then it's like the come down, and it's like, okay, like now like we're doing this like life. It's just, there's just an ebb and flow of happiness, and like hard and highs and lows, ups and come downs. I mean, I just really like that track. If you can't tell, I really like that one. Thanks so much for recommending this. I always appreciate everybody's recommendations and engagement. And if you made it to the end, babes, as always, you're beautiful and sexy, and thank you so much for clicking and watching all the way through. Please subscribe, do your thing, hit that like button so more other Billie Eilish content could come your way, not only from me but from other YouTube creators as well. So excited for the new album. Are y'all ready? It's gonna be a ride for sure. That's it for today. I hope that you have a lovely day, a beautiful night, whatever you're doing today. Have fun with it, and I'll see y'all soon on the channel with some new reactions. Later, babes.